Hey guys, what's going on? Madonna Hermes here with Hermes Law. Today I've got a special guest with me who's going to discuss investing, Joe Dallo with Dallo Financial. So Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm a financial advisor with LPL Financial, and I have my own LLC, Dallo Financial. That's how I run my business. So I help people with budgeting and investing for whatever, whether it be retirement or college savings or whatever their goals are. And I also have a law degree.
Oh, great. Okay. So let's just jump right into it. In your opinion, when should people start investing?
People should start investing once they pay off their high interest debt. I usually consider credit card debt to be high interest debt. And then also, they should have at least 3 months worth of emergency savings saved up. Once they have these things taken care of, then depending on their time horizon and their objectives and their risk tolerance of how risky they want to be, then we can determine what types of accounts we'll start investing for them.
So how does age play a role in when to start investing?
I feel like you should invest as soon as possible. Once your high interest debt is taken care of and you have 3 months of emergency funds, then you should really start getting into investing. The younger you are, the more time that you have for the money to grow in the
Right.
accounts, the more likely it is to reach your goals.
So in other words, when you're 20 and you start investing, as opposed to when you're 40, you have to invest less, correct?
Yes.
Okay. To
Yes.
make sure that you hit your goal by the time you retire.
Yeah, so let's say it's a retirement account. You can take the money out at 59 and a half without any penalties. The earlier you start investing, the more likely you are to reach that goal with investing less money.
Okay, and now why is that? Why is it that if you invest $200 in your 20s, it's going to go further than if you invest $200 in your 40s?
Yes. Okay, so part of it is compound interest.
Okay.
So the equation for compound interest, the time is in the exponent. And
So break that down.
So
explain it for the dumb people that we
yeah,
are.
so mathematically, time has more of an influence on the equation than the amount of money that you're putting in.
Okay.
Okay, and then when typically as time goes on, the value of the investment grows.
So how much should the average person invest?
Okay, so depending on what they're investing for, I do my method. I work backwards to figure out how much they should be investing. So, for example, I focus on retirement. So, for retirement, I say this is how much you're spending right now. Based on your spending habits right now, this is how much you need when you're 60 years old. That's when you can take the money out in most retirement accounts. And when I figure out that number, then I work backwards to your age and your risk tolerance to see how much you need to be saving now and investing now to reach that goal in the future.
So in other words, if I tell you that when I retire, I want to have $6,000 of income, retirement income, is that you work backwards based on that amount, based on the fact that I need $6,000, and then you determine how much I need to invest to get to that point where I have $6,000 that I could withdraw monthly?
Yes.
Okay.
So you tell me what your needs are, and then I'll figure out, you tell me how you spend your money now, and I'll project how much you will need for retirement. And then based on my projections that you need for retirement, then I'll work backwards to say, okay, this is how much you need to be investing now based on your age and your risk tolerance.
Now, what about for some of us who spend a little more than we should?
So what I do before I start doing anything with investing is I sit down. I sit down with somebody and I figure out where they're being inefficient with their money. And I first start to look into stuff that you need, but maybe you're spending too much on. So for example, like homeowners insurance, auto insurance, stuff that you have to have, but maybe you're spending too much for it. And if I can save you enough money there to invest, then that's great. If I can't, then we'll start cutting out some of the entertainment stuff. I don't like to go straight to the entertainment stuff. Like everybody always says, you have Starbucks every day. Well, if you can afford it, have Starbucks every day. Let's try to save money on things that you need, that you have to have, that I can get find somebody that can get it for you for less money.
That's actually an interesting point, because for me, I cut out the entertainment right away. I cut out the going out to eat. I cut out the Starbucks. I don't think about, well, maybe I should, consider getting a cheaper insurance policy.
Right.
But that's a really good point.
Yeah. So again, back to stuff that you need that we can cut down on. I like to be energy efficient. Everything in my house is energy efficient. I even installed like a weather meter app to my sprinkler system. And so if it knows that it's going to rain that day, or if it's raining, it doesn't turn the sprinkler system on.
Oh.
And then also DTE and consumers, they will come to your house for free and they'll analyze where you're being energy.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, where you're wasting energy.
I think I waste a lot of energy.
So
I told my dad how much our energy bill, and he's like, "What the heck?" And I'm like, "Dad, you're old, you don't get it." But maybe I don't get it.
Yeah, like I use LED lighting, programmable thermostat. You can save a lot of money. Like when you go on vacation, you don't need to be heating your house that much. So
but you still want to regulate the temperature.
Yeah, so you turn it down to a temperature that the pipes won't bust from freezing water.
Okay. So then, you did mention the sprinkler thing. How much, or with the energy bill, like how much would that actually save somebody per month? I mean, is it like $20 a month, or can it be extensive?
So it depends on the size of your house, how energy efficient your stuff was before you installed the stuff that I was. But like for me, I save quite a bit. I save like probably $50 a month.
Okay, and that adds up over time.
Yes.
Because if you can take that $50 a month and invest it,
Yeah. So my whole goal is to reroute your money. If I can save you $50 a month on your home and auto insurance by having you shop it out with somebody and get a lower rate, now you have $50 a month from that. You have $50 a month from lowering your utility bills. If you have other bills that we can work out payment plans with the companies, you're not spending all the money up front. So like, for example, with medical bills, I know that you can work out payment plans with the companies. So I got an unexpected $1,200 medical bill. So I asked them if we can do a $100 a month payment plan, and they were fine with that. Okay. So instead of
do they charge interest?
No, 0 interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's basically a free loan.
Yes, exactly. So instead of me shelling out $1,200 all at one time, I can afford $100 a month, and I can keep that extra money with me for emergencies or whatever else that I need to be doing with it.
Okay. Now, I know a lot of us have student loan debt, and I know we can, spend a whole, day talking about that. But as far as deciding how much to pay off, or whether to reroute some of that money into retirement, like what are your thoughts, just generally?
Okay. So this is the first thing that I would say with student loans. Do not ask the student loan servicing company. They'll give you the options of how to pay, but they're not going to give you the strategies of what works best for you. They'll give you the options, but a lot of people don't know how to make the decision. It depends on how much your student loans are, how much you're getting paid, what your potential income will be in the future. So there's a lot of different variables. But
it sounds like you need an expert to guide you through that, because there are so many different ways to look at it and strategize. So that is something that you would do for
clients. I do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, on the subject of allocating money, when you are investing into an account, how do you decide what to invest in? Mutual funds, CDs, ETFs, stocks? How do you figure that out?
There's so many options.
Right.
So
very confusing.
Yeah. So it boils down to the same three things. Is your time horizon. When do you need the money? Do you need the money in a month? Do you need the money in 3 years? Do you need the money in 20 years? So depending on how long you have, the different strategies will change.
Okay. So in other words, if you're 20, you can theoretically, a greater portion of your income can be invested for the long term, as opposed to if you're 50.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Got it.
But also, if you come to me and you're 20 and you say, I want to save for a wedding in 3 years, or 5 years, or 10 years, or I want to save. I want to buy a house in 3 years. Now you're looking at like different time horizon,
right,
for that specific fund
Okay,
that you're going to be investing in.
so I understand. So what you're saying is you could save not just for retirement, but
Yes.
for special events,
Yes,
buying
yes,
a house,
exactly.
getting getting married, having kids.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay.
So when you come to me, you say,
See, I always thought you put that money in a penny jar and then you just wait until you got enough pennies.
No. You can always invest. There's safer investments.
Yeah.
And there's riskier investments. The other thing is, what's your objective? We want to save for a house. Well, I'm not going to put you, if you're saving for a house in a year, I'm not putting you in riskier long-term investment vehicles because that doesn't make sense for you.
Right.
So your time horizon, your objective, and your risk tolerance, that tells me, okay, we need to be investing in this particular investment, whether it's stocks or bonds or ETFs or mutual funds. So like on my Riskalyze program, if you ask me for a specific stock or a specific bond fund or mutual fund or ETF, there's thousands of them out there. If you give me the ticker symbol for that fund, I can tell you how risky between 1 to 99 that particular
Oh, wow, that's
investment
awesome.
is. Yes.
Okay. And so, and then what is more risky? After once
stocks.
we get past the, okay.
So like if you do penny stocks or, investment in a, like for example, I believe like Apple stock, if you just invested only in Apple stock, I believe it was around 90 or 92 out of 99. And you wouldn't think that because you think Apple.
Wow. So you're saying 92 on the risk range.
Yes.
So 92 meaning really risky.
Really risky.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Yes. Okay. And you're saying this is like at the inception of Apple stock?
No, this is like
recent?
right now.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's incredible.
I know.
Oh, wow.
You wouldn't think it.
No, I would have never thought that.
Yeah, so that's what my software, Riskalyze, tells me.
So I've got to look into my portfolio.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much, Joe, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course.
And if you guys have any other questions or concerns, you can always contact me. My website is www.dallofinancial.com, and my phone number is 248-914-8146. I'm more than willing to help with any questions that you have regarding financial advising.
That's awesome. And thank you so much for watching. You can definitely share this with your friends and subscribe and like the video. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching.